It's green or dark like that. I think I should be fine. Hey, gorgeous, how you doing? This is going to be a pretty short live. I'm going to try to allow a few people to get in before I start. I actually really didn't prepare for this live. I'm just speaking from my heart, honestly, about a few questions that I've been getting online in my DMs, on multiple platforms about womb health. So, on top of some things that I've researched that I want people to also understand in regards to healing their body in general. So this is about womb health, but it is general healing. This includes shadow work. Perfect. This includes shadow work. This also includes full body healing from other elements, because I didn't just heal my body. In regards to my womb, I healed skin issues, a dysregulated liver. I did a multitude of things, and still working on some things that I don't quite speak about just yet in reference to my vision. But this is about what it really means to actually dive into healing, and why it is important to understand these things before you step into the space of trying to heal your body, because you must resurrect your mind in a sense. And when we think of resurrection, we think of it in the sense of dying and coming to life again, but that is actually not what it means. Resurrection has nothing to do with actual death. It's more so of a rebirth of your consciousness. It is the death of the way your mind operated in the past, and being born again in a new. It's a mental death. It's a letting go of a certain way of operating, a certain way of thinking, a certain way of processing things. So, in order to fully heal your womb, to heal your body, there has to be a resurrection that happens when it comes to your mental. And what I really want to talk about is something that I used and still use. Oh, did I lose my page, Lord? Okay, no, I didn't. I want to talk about what the word spirit means. Hey, Valerie, good afternoon, sweetie. I want to talk about what the word spirit means, because I teach a lot about how I spoke my way out of disease. And when I say I spoke my way out of disease, people be like, huh? But I'm talking about prayer. I'm talking about using my spirit to heal. Okay. So I'm not very religious. I do practice some things that come from religion, but I'm not religious. However, I do know that majority of the world is very religious, and a lot of people are blocking their ability to be able to heal, because they are so hell-bent on what the Bible says and using it verbatimly and what it means, and do not understand actually what the words mean or the etymology of these words. And so when I say that I spoke my way out of disease, I'm speaking from a spiritual sense, because the word spirit is breath. Okay. The word spirit is breath. Okay. It is derived from a Latin word, spirar. I think I'm saying it right. Spirar. It's spelled S-P-I-R-A-R-E. And this means to breathe. The other word that it is derived from is German, and it's Geist, which is unseen essence. Okay, so in the Bible, It says God is the source of spirit, and spirit is the breath. Life is the result of that breath. Okay. I want women to think about so how do I say this? One of the things that I like to tell women to do is think about the Bible as if it is talking about your body, especially when we're talking about Genesis, because it says that the earth was without form. Think of that as your womb, okay? The earth was without form, and it was and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Void and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. So if we're talking about spirit, there was nothing that happened other than a word. Okay, a word God spoke, right? And then there was light. That scripture right there, because when I started healing, I was very religious. I was heavily into Christianity because that's how I was raised. That scripture right there is what transformed the way I thought about everything, because I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. When I started seeing it from the perspective of this is my body, it changed everything, leading me to walk away from Christianity, amongst other things. But when you understand what words mean, you understand how to fully use them to your benefit. And if you are a spiritual being, and God is spirit, and you are created in the image of, then that would mean that you have the full ability to literally speak your way out of any and everything you're experiencing, including disease. Including disease. Okay? Your womb is the portal of creation. Okay? The next thing I want to talk about, and this live is going to be very quick. I just have to get on here because it's Ramadan and I fast during Ramadan, and I don't want to be on here too late because I need to prepare for breaking my fast. Let's see. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about is how when you think about your body too, in the sense of community. Okay, think about your body as community. And when we think about community, it has the word immunity in it. And it can expel foreign invaders if the community is healthy. Okay, so I know when we think about community, we think about actual community, like people that we commune with and all this. Think about the cells in your body as community. Think about the cells in your womb as community. Think about your hormones as community. If your community is healthy and the immunity is strong within your community, then it will expel foreign invaders. So this is mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. If your community is not healthy, if all the things that have to work together are not healthy, it cannot expel out what needs to be expelled. So we're going to tie this into womb healing. If your hormones are dysregulated, if your liver is not functioning properly, if your kidneys are not filtering, if your heart is broken and unhealed and hardened, your community is not working properly. It cannot expel what needs to be expelled out of it because the immunity of your community is weak. It's not going to work. You're not going to get it out. Getting healthy requires a level of mental clarity that a lot of people do not want to admit that they do not have. This is why fasting is important. Fasting is just not to abstain from food. Fasting is for you to gain the clarity in which you need so that you can do what's necessary to get your body healthy. A lot of people don't even know that when you fast, your body literally starts eating the bad cells. Your body, that's why people can lose weight so quickly fasting. They're not losing weight because they're lacking nutritional vitamin. No, they're losing weight because their body is actually eating away at the things that should not be there. It's helping their community to build immunity so it can do what's necessary to expel it from your body. This is the same thing when it comes to womb disease. People ask me, how did you get rid of all the... Baby, listen, endometriosis, fibroids, ovarian cyst, enlarged uterus, blocked fallopian tubes, fluid pockets around my eggs. All of this going on inside of my body. Holding on to trauma, not taking care of myself, not eating properly, not fasting, doing whatever the hell I wanted to do, drinking, doing it all. And my body was taking a toll because of it. My body was being attacked at the hands of myself because of it. On top of that, because I had endometriosis, I had the audacity to go get on birth control. Birth control told me up. It was fighting my community. It wasn't helping me. It was causing my liver to be even more dysregulated. I gained so much weight. I went from, after I had my daughter, before I got pregnant with my daughter, I was maybe 120 pounds. Had my daughter. When I was pregnant with her, I got up to 160 pounds. That was heavy for me. After I got on birth control, after having my daughter, I got up to 198 goddamn pounds. I ain't had no business with no neck. Okay? I ain't had no business being that big. And I worked out 7 days a week. At this time, I was working out 7 days a week, trying to get my body healthy, trying to restore my womb. The birth control stopped me from having periods, which I thought, okay, this is great. Maybe it actually is helping my endometriosis. Tricked me. Wasn't helping yet at all. It made my liver worse. It made my endometriosis worse. When I finally got off the birth control, my periods were so terrible. It was to the point where I couldn't even go to work. All I wanted to do was lay down. I was back crawling on the floor to the bathroom just to use it. Okay? So when things are attacking your community, it is attacking your immunity, and it is causing the disease to stay longer. Dang, I forgot to put my phone in on Do Not Disturb. It is attacking your immunity, and it is causing the disease to stay longer. Dang, I forgot to put my phone in on Do Not Disturb. Do Not Disturb. When your community is not healthy, it's attacking your community. The words that you speak to yourself play a big part in that, okay? The words you speak to yourself play a big part in that. If your mind is not clear, nothing else is going to flow. If you can't hear, okay? A lot of people say, well, what do I say? First, you need to listen. That's first and foremost. You need to listen. With your spiritual ears, you need to see with your spiritual eyes, and you need to feel with your intuition. Your body tells you what you need. Your body tells you all the time what you need. Doctors want to separate spirituality and science when it comes to healing the body, and they go hand in hand. You cannot separate them whatsoever. You cannot separate them. I don't give a damn what anybody tells you. You cannot heal a disease without addressing the spiritual root of it first, because that is more than likely what it stemmed from. Your body started attacking itself because it didn't know what to do with the emotion. Kidney failure and liver disease comes from worry. Womb disease comes from anger, grief, and abuse. Doctors will not tell you that. Why? Because if they tell you this, then you found the cure. I do know there are many diseases that cannot just be cured spiritually because they are manufactured. Oh, they're manufactured. A lot of the disease is manufactured, just like womb disease is actually manufactured as well, because it gets worse based on the things that we're putting in our body. The lotions and the perfumes and the makeup, it has all these different chemicals in it that attack your reproductive organs. So imagine all the things you're putting inside your body, and your skin is your biggest organ. So imagine you rubbing this lotion on your hands every day, and you ain't thinking nothing of it because it make your hands so soft and make you smell so good. The scent lasts as long as you want it to, just as long as you don't wash your hands, the scent's on there, and you feel real good about this lotion. And then come to find out there's a chemical in it that attacks your organs, attacks your reproductive organs, and it distorts your kidney from filtering. On top of the fact that you also haven't processed any of the grief that you're feeling from past relationships and life, the trauma that you may have experienced as a child. Now, not only is your liver not functioning properly because of those chemicals, it also can't help you process your emotions, causing it to bag up, causing all these things to happen within your body because you're distorted. You're putting unhealthy things in your body. Getting healthy is very extreme. And people look at me and be like, how do you have this type of discipline? Because I know what it feels like to be on the other side, because I was over there. I felt horrible. I was pretending like I felt good, but I felt horrible. I felt terrible. I have not felt this good ever in my life. The way I feel right now at 34 years old, Baby, the way I can get up and take off running like I'm in elementary school and not be tired, the way that I can turn a goddamn cartwheel so quick. Baby, the way I can crawl up a wall and stand on my baby, what? I would never go back. You couldn't pay me to go back because it's not worth it. Once I got on the side of health, oh baby, please. A doctor couldn't pay me to take medicine. They couldn't pay me to do it. This is why I took my daughter out of schools. This is why I don't let my daughter get immunizations, because I've been on the side of it and I see what it does to your body. There's absolutely no way that I would go back. This is why I teach what I teach, because I had to live it. Everything that I know is by lived experience. I didn't read a lot of this in the book. I didn't start reading the books until God gave me the download. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me go look this up. Has anybody else thought about this? Oh, this is a thing. Nobody's talking about it. Or if they are talking about it, they're getting shadow banned. Healing is not hard in the sense of actually doing it. The hard part is understanding that you need discipline to do it. That's what's hard. Getting the discipline to do it. That's the hard part, because the tools and everything that a lot of us are teaching, they work. If you do it, it works. Without a doubt, it works. I've seen it. I reversed my dysregulated liver in less than 30 days. Less than 30 days. I knew that my liver was dysregulated because my periods got too heavy. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't have long periods. I don't have heavy periods. What's going on with me? Let me go get some blood work done. Go get the blood work done. Doctor tells me, oh no, there's nothing going on. Maybe your iron may be a little lower, or maybe it's just stress. I'm like, no, that ain't it. Yeah, you're gonna have to try something else, but that ain't it. Don't worry about it. I'll look over my blood work myself, because I've taught myself how to read blood work and what it means and all of that as well. Look over my blood work. My liver's dysregulated. My numbers are extremely high. Way too high. Call the doctor back, set an appointment. Yeah, you said my liver was fine. These numbers are extremely high. That is contributing to how my estrogen is filtered through my body. That is also contributing to my iron, if my iron seems to be lower than it has been. And that is also why my periods are heavy and why I'm in so much pain. Why did you tell me nothing was wrong? That lady looked me dead in my face and said, well, it wasn't in a danger zone where we feel the need to speak on it. Oh, okay. Don't you worry about it. I took one herb, detoxed my body, purged the emotion that I was holding on to, because this was after my mother transitioned. I told you that fear and worry attacks your liver and your kidneys, which thereby transfers to womb issues. I addressed that. I began addressing it, still addressing it, but I let go of what was really holding me and affected me mentally and emotionally. Within 30 days, I went back, got blood work done, liver completely normal. Doctor asked me, what did you do? I'd be damned if I tell you. Hey, what I'm going to do is tell the people over here on the TikTok and on the Facebook. I'm going to go tell them, because I'm not telling you. Stop trusting these doctors with your life. They are not here to help you. I cannot say it enough. Y'all get on here and think that we're supposed to just give you information. We have had to work hard to learn the things that we learned. We have done some things that a lot of people are not willing to do. And we want to tell you how to do it. But you rather go pay a doctor that want to keep you sick. It's that simple. If I tell you that I have a service for you that costs $444 or $1,500, but a hysterectomy costs $30,000, and your insurance is only going to pay a portion of that, which one would you opt for? Quick fixes are not always fixes. Another thing with womb disease, removing fibroids and getting the laparoscopies for endometriosis, that shit comes right back. I see it all the time. I hear it all the time. It comes right back because it's not addressing the root issue. It's not getting down to the problem. It's fixing things on the surface. I haven't done this well. I took over. Exactly. And here's the thing, and I said this on the last video that I posted. In a quick hot second, they're going to be saying how they're not doing laparoscopy anymore and you can only get a hysterectomy. That's what's about to be next. Y'all think that shit is a game. That's what's coming next because too many women are coming back for the laparoscopy. So they're just going to shut that down altogether. Okay, so moving forward, this is what insurance, yes, it's still an option. You can pay for it. But what insurance is going to be saying we'll pay for is a hysterectomy. Just go hit them with the big one. And the cost of hysterectomy is about to go up. And I had endometriosis from the age of 15. I think my sister is on here. My sister had it as well. She no longer has it either. I think she got off. Yes, it is possible. I was diagnosed with endometriosis at 15. By the time I had my daughter at 21. I got pregnant with endometriosis. I ended up getting preeclampsia because of it. Blood pressure through the roof. Had my daughter early. After having my daughter, still having all the issues. Maybe when she turned 2, I got on birth control to try to help with my periods. My period completely stopped. And I thought everything was cool. Got off the birth control because I couldn't lose weight to find out that it was still there that was what, 2016? Nope, 2015 is when I got off the birth control. By 2019, the endometriosis was gone. But I also did a complete lifestyle shift. Yes. And that's the other thing when it comes to endometriosis, okay? When it comes to endo, they don't want to tell you that you actually have endometriosis. They want to chop it up to, oh, you just have painful periods. Quiet as kept. You are not supposed to be in pain during your cycle. You are absolutely not supposed to be in pain during your cycle. Gaslighting is exactly what they're doing. If you have pain during your cycle, then you have unprocessed emotions, and that is cold energy that is stuck in your womb that is blocking the blood from flowing properly. It's linked to that, and it's also linked to SA. It's absolutely linked to the both of them. If you have a painful period, if you are clotting or any of those things, you have cold energy stuck in your womb or unprocessed grief and pain, and your body is crying for help. Your body is screaming at you for help. And every month that you don't actually address whatever it is, intuitively, you can sit. I haven't been in pain and I have sat and I have meditated on the pain. And I asked, what is this? Where is it coming from? And whatever emotion comes up, I dealt with it. I literally would deal with it in that moment, in that pain. I would cry, scream, whatever I needed to feel to let it out. This also ties into the womb dancing that I do to help women heal their wombs. I've had women come to me and we do a womb dance meditation. They went from having 7 to 9 day periods to having 3 to 5 day periods just from one session, simply because we're speaking to our wombs. We're addressing the emotions that are coming up. We're letting them out. When they come up, deal with them. That's how you purge it. You sit there, whatever it is that you're trying to avoid happening, you deal with it in that moment. You don't hold it in, cry for a few seconds and be like, no, I don't want to. No, let the shit out. That's what purging is, actually letting it out. Letting it go. I've blacked out. Uh-oh. Yes, of course not. Like I told you, I have literally been in tears, crawling on the floor to go pee. I know exactly what you're talking about. My sister who was on here, I don't know, I hope she's still on here. Maybe she got off. My sister, same situation. Period, so painful. couldn't go to school, couldn't do anything, couldn't, literally blacking out. I've never blacked out, but she has. Literally can't function, can't do anything as a child. Imagine that. Not to mention, we were always very athletic. So there would be times where I would just fight through it because I wanted to go to the football game and I wanted to cheer. And people looking at me like, why is she not smiling? Why she look so angry? I'm in excruciating pain. And I'm going to feel 10 times worse tomorrow, but I wanted to come to the game. It's no joke. It's absolutely no joke. And a lot of endometriosis is rooted in very poor pelvic health. Like your pelvic floor is almost non-existent. Oh, yes. Yes. Another thing that I like to tell people is that one of the things that I teach my clients to do is to abstain from certain things, certain foods, because along with the spiritual and emotional trauma behind painful periods and womb diseases, also what you put in your body, not just by way of, like I said, the perfumes and the lotions and all of that, but also the foods that you're eating. Okay. When you are putting foods in your body that cause inflammation, that makes your period worse. If your children are eating hot Cheetos and candy and ice cream with all these dyes and all these preservatives and things in it, that makes a child's period worse. That is also why so many young children are starting their period sooner than they should, because again, these ingredients that they're putting in these foods are attacking your reproductive organs and distorting your hormones. So you have now 7 and 8-year-old little girls starting their periods, having painful periods by the time they turn 10 years old because of what's also in their body, on top of whatever else they may be dealing with. So when my daughter gets ready to come on her moon cycle, I do allow her to indulge in certain things, but I'm very particular. Like, I don't let my baby eat everything. She's me, right? So there are certain candies that I've scanned and I know, okay, there's no bad additives in this. You can have this. But before her cycle get ready to start, homegirl is a complete raw vegan. I kid you not. Of course. Be at the hospitals 2 to 3 a month. Got a hysterectomy this year, unfortunately. I mean, some people opt for the hysterectomy. Listen, I don't want to speak as though I am completely against hysterectomies if you can fix it. If you find somebody before it reaches the point where you need a hysterectomy, absolutely go with the holistic option. They're taking your organ out of your body. And the sad part about it is that you still have endometriosis because they took the hysterectomy out because you didn't address the root issue. I'm sure they didn't tell you that the endometriosis can now grow on your intestines. It can grow on your liver. It can grow on your kidneys. It can grow on other organs. It's not exclusive to your womb. That's the part that they do not tell you. They take an organ out knowing that it can affect other organs and other parts of your body. And that is the scary part. That's the scary part. To know that, oh, I did this. However, I can still deal with this on the back end. If you do some research, you'll see where women have went and had hysterectomies and the endometriosis comes back. Not because they have a womb, but because the root issue was not addressed. You also have women who have endometriosis and the doctors allowed it to get so bad to the point where they have to cut their womb away from other organs because it all merged together. Where their liver, their kidneys, and their uterus are all together because the endometriosis has attacked everything. Okay? So if you had a hysterectomy, continue with your blood work. Continue checking your hormone levels. Continue doing all the things that you know to do holistically to help your body heal so that the endometriosis does not grow on other organs, because it absolutely can. Okay? It absolutely can. And if you're not addressing the spiritual part of it, start there. I felt so defeated, but I know it's a deeper root. So I've been doing all I can to heal holistically. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you want to DM me and I can tell you some of the things that I have in reference to your situation that can help you. Um, and I mean, a hysterectomy is a lot because it's your life force, but it's not the end all be all. It doesn't mean that you cannot still fix what's going on so that it doesn't come back and it doesn't get worse. And that's the same thing for women with fibroids. Women go get fibroids cut out and they come right back. I Before I even became holistic, I was completely against surgery. Y'all want to cut who open? Who, me? Please. I'm not doing it. Baby, I don't even like getting shots. You're not about to stick a needle in me. You're not about to put a knife. You're not about to do that. No, 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 no. So I always had to figure out other alternatives. I don't like taking medicine. I never have. I'm not, even when I was in pain with endometriosis, I'm not taking no pills. I'm gonna have to fight through the pain. I'm gonna have to be in tears because I'm not putting that in my body. Intuitively, my body knew we can't do that. I've never really been big on eating a lot of meat and things like that. Like, I never liked ham and pork and all that. The only pork that I actually ate was bacon. Okay. Everything else wasn't my cup of tea. I did eat chicken. I did eat steak. I had to let those things go. But I wasn't big on junk food. I was a junk food eater. I like chips and cakes and cookies and candy and all that stuff. So that was my biggest downfall, which causes a lot of inflammation in your body. Causes a lot of inflammation in your body. But it's not impossible to fix. And another thing that a lot of people don't realize is that herbs don't heal you alone. I did not use herbs to heal. People, what herbs did you? I did not use herbs to heal my wound. I hadn't even dived into herbalism when I started healing my wound. And I know so many people that are telling you, oh yeah, take this herb because it'll help with your fibroids. Take this herb because it'll help with the endometriosis. Yes, it may help, but it is not addressing the root. It's just like it's medicinal herbs. It's like a medicine. So it is very much surface. Yes, if you are changing your lifestyle completely, it can help. But to completely dissolve fibroids, to completely rid your body of endometriosis, you must get to the root of what's attacking you spiritually on top of whatever other inflammation is in your body, because endometriosis is actually a full body disease. And I guarantee you, if you had endometriosis or you have endometriosis, your liver does not function properly. You probably also have anemia. You may even possibly deal with skin issues because your liver purifies your body and cleanses you. And if your liver is dysregulated and is not functioning properly, your skin becomes inflamed. There is a connection with everything. I was somebody who had severe eczema because of the distorted liver on top of the endometriosis. So was my sister. If you see a picture of me back then, I was looking at a picture of myself yesterday. And I looked at my daughter and I said, I ain't had no business out here looking like that. I'm like a completely different person. I look now how I looked younger growing up, but once my endometriosis got so bad and my liver was so dysregulated, my skin got darker. My eczema got worse than it was when I was a child. It was so much happening in my body, all because I wasn't dealing with my emotions. When I finally got to the point where I was like, okay, this can't be all medical. Because what they telling me to do ain't working. So, like the kids say, what's T, God? What's up, Big G? Talk to you, girl. And I got to a point where I had to sit down and I had to ask, what am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me? Because it can't be nothing other than me. I had already changed my lifestyle because I was trying to lose weight. Okay? I stopped eating meat to lose weight. Because I realized, oh, the hormones and all the things in the meat is what's causing my body to stay inflamed and why it's so hard for me to lose weight. So I'm going to stop eating this and, my body should get healthier. Still having these painful ass periods. Still just doing all these things, right? I sat down. This was like 2017. I was like, something got to be wrong with me. It has to be me because not only am I unhealthy, but my life is in shambles. My body's unhealthy. My womb's unhealthy. My life is in shambles. I had a miscarriage. It was just so much happening. I was like, okay, it's something else. It's something else. Sat down. I prayed. I'm a dreamer. Things started being revealed to me in dreams. What I needed to do. Oh, baby, you ain't got to tell me twice. I write my dreams down. I'm one of those people. I write them down. I went back and I studied my dreams and I addressed them head on. Every dream that I had. What is this about? Why am I dreaming about this? The symbolism in the dreams. You want to know what's wrong with you? Ask the right questions. I just told y'all in the beginning of the live. Spirit is breath and breath is life. And the Spirit of God spoke over the face of the deep. Speak over your body and ask the questions you need to ask, and they will come to the forefront. And that is how you heal your body. That is how you heal womb disease. That is how you heal disease in general, because every dis-ease, and I'm going to say dis-ease, meaning your body is uneasy. It is uneasy. It should be flowing with ease. Cycle syncing is absolutely another key to healing. If you ain't working with your cycle, you are doing yourself an injustice as a woman. If you still have a period and you are not cycle syncing, you are doing yourself an injustice. Literally. Not even just for healing, just in everyday life, you are doing yourself an injustice. Speak to your body and ask your body, what is it that we need to be doing? What is it that we need to be eating? People think that they have cravings for no reason. Okay, just like they tell you, oh, people who are craving ice and all those things, they have low iron. It is indeed true. But there are other things that your body actually wants that you are craving that you don't think that you should be eating because you may not like them. Like I had a young lady tell me that she had been wanting to eat pumpkin seeds, right? She'd been wanting to eat pumpkin seeds. And I said, is your iron low? She's like, I don't like pumpkin, but I've been wanting to eat pumpkin seeds. Is your iron low? And she was like, I don't think so. I was like, you might need to go get your iron checked. Come to find out the girl got low iron. Pumpkin seeds help your iron to increase. We eat ice because it's something in the coldness of the ice that helps you to have mental clarity, because low iron also causes anxiety. A lot of women in the world that have anxiety, that are also dealing with low iron, that also have womb issues and have very heavy periods, and they have not tied them all together because doctors don't tell you that. Which is why it is so important to pay attention to your body. Your body tells you everything that you need to know. Your body literally tells you everything you need to know. And if you don't know what your body is telling you, and you can't put words to the symptoms that you're having, this is why it's important to get into community, especially the way that the world going. And I know y'all see everything going on in the world. Oh, it's about to get real crazy around here, especially when it comes to the medical stuff. It's about to get real crazy. Real crazy. I am so happy that my daughter is homeschooled and we don't deal with the world on that scale, because it is about to get crazy, and a lot of people are about to experience some things that they never thought they would experience, especially when it comes to their health, because the doors are about to start closing. These hospitals are about to become private hospitals. So much is about to change because it's a money game. And when what's happening in the world right now starts happening, a lot of money is being moved. My mentor, she talked about this probably almost 6 or 7 months ago, about what was taking place. I don't like to talk about this, but I was having dreams about what's happening right now 2 years ago. I would tell my best friend, there's going to be some boom, 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 pow, pow, and a lot going on in a few years. And she used to be like, oh my gosh, like vividly. My dreams are very vivid. I felt like I was there, feeling the explosions and everything. It's getting crazy in this world. It's getting so crazy in this world. I was telling people 3 years ago, y'all better stock up on water. Y'all need to do this. Y'all need to do that. All these different things. And I kept telling them, I don't know when it's going to happen, but the shit is going to happen. It's going to happen. Every time something happened, my best friend called me and be like, girl, do you remember when you said, yep, I remember. I literally feel like I went into the future and watched all this happen and then came back. and waiting on it. Like, okay, now let's see when it's gonna happen. It's getting real crazy out here. But the main thing that people need to be paying attention to is their health. It is a reason why health is being promoted the way it is. Even if what they're promoting is technically not healthy, it is a reason why they're promoting health. It is a very important reason why health has become become a thing that is considered wealth now. That is not by mistake. They tell you the truth while lying to you at the same time. It is your job to discern what part of it is actually the truth. Health is very important right now. All these celebrities and stuff that are coming out the woodwork saying how they have had endometriosis, how they have fibroids and all these different things, they know exactly what the hell's going on. That is not by mistake. Okay? That is not by mistake. It is a play on your psyche. Pay attention to what is happening. Listen to your body and do the necessary things you need to do to heal. Get a community with women who are actively doing what you need to be doing. I say all the time, if you are surrounded by people who are stuck and stagnant, regardless of what the situation is, okay? If you're around people who are stuck and stagnant in their life and there are things that they need to be doing, you are also stuck and stagnant in your life and you're not doing the things that you need to be doing because of the energy that you're surrounded by. Get up and make a move. I can't talk to y'all right now. Y'all ain't doing that. That don't mean I love you any less, but we're on two different frequencies right now. I love you, but I love you over there. I got to go over here and get myself together. I got to go over here and heal my wound. I got to go over here and do things the way God is telling me to do it. I can't be out drinking because drinking causes inflammation in my body, which is making my endometriosis and my fibroids worse. It's when I say it's little, small, minute things that people don't want to let go of, that is necessary to be let go of in order for your body to heal and to be healthy. It takes your body 30 days, 30 plus days to process one sip of liquor. And y'all be out here taking shots to the head. I mean, taking them straight to the head. More inflammation in your body. It's nothing but sugar. Endometriosis is very much similar to the big C word that they don't let us say on these platforms. Very much similar to that, which is why it has stages now. What does the C word love? It loves sugar. It's like I said, healing is not hard. The discipline part is the hard part. If you can get the discipline to do it, then you can heal your body. If you can get the discipline to do it, then you can heal your body. A lot of different women have endometriosis and fibroids for a lot of different reasons. Like Valerie said on here earlier, it could be due to endometriosis. Definitely has a link to a fatherhood wound. Okay? SA, unprocessed grief. Like, people don't realize how much being bullied as a child affects you as an adult and how it can attack your wound. All of these different things, the foods you eat on top of all of that, plays a big part into how your body heals. And you're not going to heal by just sitting down and saying, oh, most high ancestors, please heal my body. It don't work like that. Okay? It does not work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. God will not change the condition of your body until you change the condition of yourself. God ain't about to do nothing. God is not a servant of yours. Okay? God said, I gave you everything you need to succeed. Everything you need within the earth and everything you need inside of you. You are made in the image of me. There's nothing you need. Why are you up here asking me? Only thing you should be asking for is for clarity to hear and see what needs to be heard and seen spiritually. Your condition will not change until you change your own condition. God ain't nobody come to save you but you. People don't like to hear that. People don't like to hear that ain't nobody come to save you, because you have been programmed to believe that God's going to crack the sky open, come down and do something. Listen, it ain't happening. Get your shit together and get to work. What they say, faith without works is dead. Having faith that something, that a miracle is going to happen when you the goddamn miracle. You're the miracle. Let's get it together expeditiously. Because if not, you will continue to live in the space of being in pain, being uncomfortable, and being unhealthy, and acting like it is okay when it is absolutely not okay. It's not okay. You don't feel well, yet you continue to do the things that keep you in the state of feeling unwell. The last thing I want to talk about, because I don't went off on a rant, the last thing I want to talk about is the another video that I made where I was talking about the angry black woman narrative. Okay, the angry black woman narrative, and I actually went down a rabbit hole after I got this download because I was just sitting there and I wouldn't even read nothing about womb healing, y'all. I was just sitting here and I was reading, and I don't know what in my book triggered this thought, but I heard the angry black woman narrative has nothing to do with black women actually being angry. If you look up the statistic of black women who have womb disease, or if you look up the statistic of women who have womb disease, 80% of women walking around in the world have womb disease, okay? 70% of those women are black. Womb disease, majority of womb disease is rooted in anger, grief, shame, and unprocessed trauma. Anger being the top. If you've ever had fibroids or if you have fibroids, anger is plaguing your body. That is the angry black woman narrative. That is what it means. It is a statistic. It is proven that you are angry. Regardless if you want to admit it or not, you are angry. It is showing in your body. It is showing in your menstrual cycles. It is showing in the way that your uterus is responding. It is showing in the way that your liver is responding. They know that you're angry and they say it to you to piss you off. They know that you're angry. I don't give a damn what you say. I can sit here today as somebody who has dealt with her anger and say I was angry as fuck. You couldn't look at me the wrong way and I was ready to snap. You couldn't blink at me the wrong way and what are you looking at me for? That was me. What you looking at? Oh no, I'm not angry. I'm so sweet and I'm so kind. You are a lunatic, honey. Come on, let's just call a spade a spade. You're angry. And it is okay that you're angry. But what are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep holding on to it until it kills you? Or are you going to let it go so that your body can heal? That is the angry black woman narrative. And when I got the download and it registered in my body what it meant, knowing where I was and where I've come and where I'm going, I was like, oh my God. It is like a secret code, like everything else that they do. It's a secret code to say that we know, and y'all don't know that we know, but you are angry. No matter how much you smile, no matter how intuitive you are, no matter how helping you are, no matter how you intercede and intervene in other people's lives to seem as if you're so high and mighty and glorious and beautiful and loving, you are angry as fuck underneath. And we know that you are. And we play in your face because we know that you're angry. And you're working so hard. You work overtime trying to hide that shit. And it's killing you. That is not a healthy way to live. Before we do anything else, as black women, as women in general, if you are a woman experiencing womb disease, the first thing that I teach my clients to do is to deal with their anger. Okay? Now, I'm going to get off of here because it's 5:16 and I was only supposed to be on here 30 to 45 minutes. And I'm coming up on a good old hour. But I wanted to see if anybody had any questions. If not, I'm going to bid you good today. And I'm going to go start preparing my meal. That just fell on my spirit because I actually did not... you're welcome. Okay, Ace. You're welcome, Valerie. I actually did not plan to come on live today. Just because I have been doing a lot of writing and posting on Substack. I actually have a new Substack that I would encourage any woman on here to read. It is The Illusion of Male Prostitution. and how it affects the woman's psyche and also the male psyche and what it is rooted from. And then I also have another Substack that I will be releasing probably Monday, because I've been doing a Substack every Monday or Tuesday. So I'll probably release that one Monday, but it is going to be the illusion of female prostitution and what it's rooted in as well. I got people got real worked up about that Substack because I called it male prostitution, but I'm not speaking of prostitution in the sense of actual prostitution, but as an energy and what it's rooted in and why it is considered prostitution to me. And once you read it, you'll be like, damn, okay, cool. But yeah, what I talked about today just fell on my spirit while I was out on my walk earlier, and I wanted to address it because it is very important for us to understand not just why womb healers are teaching to address the spiritual, but what spirit actually means and what your body is telling you and how you're treating yourself moving forward, and also what it is rooted in. So if y'all have any questions, y'all are more than welcome to DM me. This will go up on my YouTube. And then I will be back live. I'm supposed to go live tomorrow. If I do not, I will definitely be back Tuesday. My lives were initially Tuesday and Wednesday, but I'm switching them to Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday because I'm still in school and I have classes on Wednesday that take up a lot of my time. But again, if you have any questions about endometriosis or any womb health and you want to know more about my products and services, you can click the link in my bio or DM me any questions you have. If you're looking to purchase and you just want to know a little more insight on what I offer, definitely DM me. One of the services that I offer is a 6-week container that is not listed on my website. You have to apply for it, and I have to send you a direct link to pay. It is for anybody experiencing any womb discomfort, and I work side by side with you for 6 weeks straight, so that I can track your progress to ensure that you're actually doing what you need to be doing. Because don't come over here playing. I'm saying, don't come over here playing, because I don't play that. Okay, I take this very, very seriously, because I've been on the side that you're on, and I want you to experience bliss on the side of a healthy womb. So if you have any questions about that, please DM me. And I'm more than happy to answer any of y'all questions. I don't see any questions on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day, and I will see y'all tomorrow.